Hello once again, Internet, and welcome to the follow-up video of the Gerber order that I said I would eventually do. And by eventually I mean, about 2 years later. If you saw the very first video I ever posted on this channel, you saw my video about this plain edge version of the Gerber order, which at the time was exclusive to Walmart, but has since moved to Knife Center. Now this is a Knife Center exclusive, I believe. At least it is at the time of the making of this video. And after I'm done filming, I'm going to go to Knife Center just to double check myself on that, and I'll link to it in the video description. And what I said in that original video was I would just do somewhat of an update and comment on how this knife did, how it performed, and spoiler alert, it's going to be mostly positive actually. And my criticism of the pocket clip is basically the same. It is right side tip down only, and it's a fairly shallow carry. You have about 3/4 of an inch of the knife sticking out of your pocket. So that criticism is basically the same. I wish it was swappable to the other side of the handle. I'm right-handed and I still want it to be swappable to the other side of the handle so all the left-handed people of the world can be happy. But most of all, I wish it was swappable for tip-down carry. And at the time I made that original video, I said, well, there was really no place to screw it in, and basically the only place this could go was on the pivot screw up here. And then a while after that, Boker came out with a knife called the Patriot, which also does not have steel liners, but it has a loop over, very nice loop over, deep carry pocket clip on the correct end of the handle. Hello. Tip up carry, swappable to the left or right side because it just uses a screw. You can see the male end of the screw there. It's a double-ended screw. There's the male end underneath the clip there, and the female end there. And so the domed heads of the screw on either side of this linerless FRN handle hold that clip in place. So wouldn't it be nice if the Gerber order had something like this? Now I do like how the order's clip lands on this this insert here, which is the hard plastic. It's not part of these rubberized inserts. The clip lands on that smooth plastic, on that smooth FRN, so it just glides in and out of your pocket, even though this grippy rubber is sort of inlaid into the handle. So if that insert was on both sides and Gerber did something similar to what Boker's done here, just a male and female end screw and a simple loop over clip that carried tip down and landed on that plastic insert just like this one does, that would be awesome. So that's really my biggest criticism of this. When I first bought this, I thought maybe I wasn't going to like the pivot screw not being a Torx like we're used to seeing on most knives these days. So even the Patriot I just showed you is all Torx. And time has taught me one thing. Time and fidgeting, playing with a bunch of knives from Spyderco, from Benchmade, from Buck, that all use Torx screws, and that is that I actually just really hate Torx screws, especially the small ones, the mini Torx, the little T5s and T6s. They just strip out way too easily. So I found if I wanted to adjust the pivot on this, or just tighten the clip, you don't need a Torx driver, and you don't need a wrench that is exactly the same size as this screw, or the head of this bolt, I guess you could call it. All you need is an adjustable wrench. And if you can grab onto that and turn it, then you can tighten this down again, and you're just grabbing onto the sides of the bolt and not putting in a little teeny tiny Torx driver that's gonna, you know, strip out on you if you sneeze too hard. So, as shocked as I am to hear myself say that, yeah, I actually like this this hex bolt here instead of a Torx screw. There, I said it. Maybe now you think I'm crazy. Oh well, I can live with that. Okay, the blade. Whoops. It says here on the tang, if I can get it to focus. 420 HC, which is not super steel in the slightest. It is kind of a middle of the road steel that can perform well if it's properly heat treated. It'll never be like a S30V, S35VN, or a good CPM 154. It just won't. But I appreciate 420HC, I guess, for being a good user-friendly steel. It's not terribly hard to resharpen, although the edge retention is only moderate. It isn't terribly hard to resharpen. And when you do get it sharp, it does take a fine, razor hair popping sharp edge. And I believe in that video I commented on the excellent factory edge that this had. And we can see I've since done not the cleanest, not the best resharpening job. I just touched it up as best as I could with my mediocre sharpening skills. And it is once again razor hair popping sharp. So yeah, it came sharp, it resharpens well. The lockup is still solid. There is no play in this in a knife where you would almost expect play. Again, with this being a linerless handle and no steel or reinforcing the pivot or whatever. No complaints there. The lockup is still solid. And it's not like I've absolutely thrashed on this, beaten on this. You know, I didn't go betoning logs with it or chopping down a redwood tree. I've just used it for, you know, EDC stuff. I cut up some boxes with it. I opened some packages that came in the mail. And here it is 2 years later, and it's done all right. Still comfortable in the hand. Very, very lightweight. Again, I believe this weighs less than 3 ounces, like I said in that original video. And as I said at the beginning of this video, this is a mostly positive follow-up. And for a good, simple, not terribly expensive EDC, I actually very, very much like the Gerber order, especially in a plain edge. And again, if it's still on Knife Center, when I am done making and uploading this video, I'll post a link to it in the description. And if you can live with the clip not being tip-up carry like I would prefer, then yeah, check it out. I think you'll like it. You'll like it a lot. And that is about all I have got to say about that. That is my follow-up for the Gerber order plain edge version. Formerly a Walmart exclusive, now a Knife Center exclusive. Shall I flick it open again like I did in that first video?